McHale again, trying to work on Corzine. That should be ice cream coups all night for McHale.
That's the sore spot. Al Beck also said in the paper today that he thought his strategy of trapping down was effective and had worked in the first 2 games. I'll tell you what, the Celtic front line has done a magnificent job. I don't see where it's worked at all. A steal by the Celtics.
Good job by Ainge to get in the passing lane and tip it away. Larry Bird back for the Celtics. They lead 4-2. Chief wheels on Corzine. They've taken Corzine to the torture chamber 3 times, and he's gotten whacked every time.
He's a weak spot, no matter whether he's on McHale or Parrish. That's the place to go. Attack him and attack Oakley inside.
Kyle Macy back for Chicago. Celtics out to a quick 6-2 lead. We have played a minute and a half here at Chicago Stadium. They double up on Jordan.
That's the thing to do. Force them to get rid of the ball. Let the other guys beat you. They won't be able to do it.
Dennis Johnson back for the Celtics. Now Ainge trying to come through the middle. He can't do it. DJ is open. 18-footer. Celtics are 4 for 4. And they lead 8-2. And that is going to take a little bit of the early adrenaline out of the Chicago crowd anyway.
I think that's one of the things they can do against Jordan, which they haven't done. They've attacked him with defense. They should attack him with offense. Let DJ go against him for a while. Try to tie him down that way as well.
All right, a 20-second timeout on the court. Let's pause for this. Do something about the...
Channel 20, WTXX, Waterbury, Hartford, New Haven.
All right, Coos, we have time remaining here in the first quarter, 9 minutes and 55 seconds. The Celtics are out to an 8-2 lead. They've hit 4 shots in a row. Your opinion of the early going?
They had to do 2 things, in my opinion, to win this game here tonight. One, start pushing the ball up floor, which they have not done in either game properly. With the kind of defensive board control they've had, they should have run a much more effective fast break. They did not do that, especially on Sunday, and they had attack consistently inside, go to McHale and Parrish, and so far they've done both.
All right, Chicago back with it now. This is Orlando Woolridge, straight away. Bird the rebound. Chicago has not had an offensive rebound yet.
A 2-man team is never going to beat a good 5-man team in this league, and that's been the story of this series so far, and it'll continue.
Bird yet to take his first shot. McHale takes his third. That's the first Boston miss. Charles Oakley the rebound. Orlando Woolridge for the Bulls. 24.5 points per game in the series. Oakley nearly walked with it. Now Corzine. Pretty good outside shooter. That's their first offensive board. Oakley, Parrish the rebound.
The rookie did a fine job getting the offensive board, but then he rushed the shot and didn't come up with the 2.
McHale, low to Danny Ainge on the other side. 2 more.
Celtic offense is really flowing nicely at the moment.
It is 10-2 Celtics. 3 minutes have played here in the first quarter. Michael Jordan has the only basket of the game for Chicago.
There's the ISO on top. They've ISO'd him on the right side when he went through. That time they put him on top.
The tip comes out to Jordan. He misses the shot, gets his own rebound, kicks it back out. Macy three-pointer. Bird the rebound. Bird ahead of the field to Robert Parrish. And we're going to get an offensive foul. Offensive foul. That's the first one on Parrish.
The reason that, here's the replay on that. Robert on the lead pass, Macy to guard. That's the problem with one of your front line players going down floor. The guards are back, they're quicker, and they can establish that position, pick up the charge.
The Celtics are 5 out of 6 from the floor. Chicago is 1 for 7. 1 for 8. However, we have a foul committed. Ed Rush calling it down low, and it's going to be on Kevin McHale. His first, and the first on the Celtics as a team.
Still,
the Parrish offensive foul does not count as a team foul.
In the first couple of games, Chicago was able to control tempo, and in my opinion, as much as what Jordan did, helped them to stay competitive. Corzine, I think.
The tip in, I think, is going to be awarded to Corzine.
Yeah, it looked that way. So far, the tempo is much, much faster in this game. The Celtics are pushing it up floor, and that's going to work in their favor. Again,
McHale.
like shooting, fish in a
like
barrel.
Stealing.
Corzine just doesn't have the foot speed, the mobility, agility, anything else to cope with McHale. He's going to have to make a switch pretty soon.
6 points so far for Kevin McHale. Jordan, very fancy.
Oh, wow.
He only gets 2 out of it with degree of difficulty. Maybe should have gotten 3.5. McHale, turnaround. No.
That was in the traffic, too. A spectacular play by Jordan.
Kyle Macy back for the Bulls, and now Oakley low to Corzine. And the Bulls have cut it down to a 4-point ball game. 12-8. Celtics leading 7 minutes, 15 seconds left first quarter. And the Celtics want a timeout. Timeout on the floor in Chicago. 7:10 to go, first quarter. It is Boston by 4. Mayhem.
Absolute bedlam, I'll tell you. We've heard a lot of noisy stadiums and arenas around the country over the years, but this is extraordinary.
All right, Celtics lead it 12-8. Johnson now to Larry Bird. The Celtics have made no changes, nor have the Chicago Bulls. McHale, now DJ, with Michael Jordan on him. Air ball. Corzine with it. Not a good shot for Dennis Johnson. On the other end, here's Michael Jordan. Celtics with a 4-point lead. Jordan getting it low to Corzine. Jordan straight away. No. Rebound. Loose ball foul is going to be called on Chicago on Orlando Woolridge. Loose ball foul on Orlando Woolridge. That is the second team foul on the Chicago Bulls.
Woolridge is averaging 24 a game in this series, but I'll tell you, he hasn't played up to his potential. I'm sure Chicago's disappointed. They need more from him in order to have a shot against the Celtics.
Bird, a runner. No. Ball is kept, no, it went out of bounds. It hit the bottom of the support, and that's off Chicago. Boston ball. Here's Stan Albeck. Woolridge against the Celtics on the season averaged 29 points and 9 rebounds a game. Bird three-pointer misses. Parrish keeps it alive. So does Ainge. But Corzine has it. Woolridge crashes into Bird. Blocking foul on Bird.
You can't establish a blind pick on a man that way. You've got to give him enough room to take a step and avoid it. Now, Bird has the position, and it looks like it should be a charge, but when it's blind, you've got to give him room to avoid it.
Macy on the miss. Parrish on the rebound. 12-8 Celtics. 6 minutes to go. First quarter. Neither team has scored for a minute and 15 seconds. Bird over Woolridge. Larry hasn't hit yet tonight. McHale. Score the basket, and he's fouled.
Outstanding play by McHale. Went right over Corzine's shoulder. Just rushed him out of the way and then leaned in. Watch this now. He's going to come over from the weak side. No, I'm sorry. It wasn't Corzine. It was Oakley, the 6'8" rookie, and then leans in and takes a somewhat difficult over-the-shoulder shot.
McHale looking for a three-point play. He gets it. 9 points for Kevin McHale. 15-8 Celtics. Macy for Chicago. He has not been a factor in this series either. Matter of fact, the factor has been Michael Jordan.
Well, that's the problem, and that's what Tex Winter was talking about. They've actually, despite his performance, gone too much to Jordan. So finally, when the others get their opportunity, they're not in the flow. They take the choke when it comes time for them to do their thing.
McHale working on Corzine again. Squeezes one off. Basket. Kevin McHale, 11 points. And at the other end, he did a great job. He tipped the rebound to Robert Parrish to get the Celtics up court. Celtics lead 17-8, 9-point lead. This is their biggest of the game.
I'll tell you, he's got Corzine on McHale because he claims he's in a better position of muscle him. Fine play by Jordan. Step between the two defenders, made an off-balance job, but that's becoming commonplace for him. But in any event, Corzine certainly isn't muscling McHale and isn't doing much else to him.
We're going to get an offensive foul, and Robert Parrish wheeling in on Charles Oakley. That is the second personal on the Chief. Time remaining, 5 minutes to play. First quarter, Celtics lead 17-10.
Tempo still working in the Celtics' favor, Gil. When the two teams start going to their bench, obviously a fast tempo game is going to help the Celtics a great deal more.
Dennis Johnson picking up Jordan very early throughout this game. Jordan straight away three-pointer. Three-point basket for Michael Jordan.
Extraordinary. That's got to be discouraging to Dennis. He guessed right on the penetration, and it should have been a charge. The kid recovered and made the three-pointer on him.
The ball went out of bounds off Kyle Macy. It'll be Celtics ball. Jordan so far has 9 points here in the first quarter. McHale getting rid of the double team. Jordan slaps it out of bounds.
I'll tell you, Jordan is everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. He's